Welcome back, everybody. I'm Brad.
I'm Steve.
So today we have the Rahr citrus small batch SMaSH all grain beer.
It's a lot to say.
So if you haven't checked it out, we just did the Citra Citra SMaSH beer. So go check that one out, then come watch this one. So if you're new, Steve and I are starting with SMaSH beer, single malt, single hop. We're using US-05 for the yeast, but we're starting from the basics and going to build up. And I think this is our third one, and so far our second one with the Citra was a hit.
Yeah.
We would both brew with that, and again, single malt, single hop wouldn't be that hard to do. So I did use Rahr 2 row. We ended at 7.14% ABV. Beersmith called for this to be 6.2%.
A little high.
Yep. And 64.3 IBUs.
So
Now,
I think I have a theory for why, because like mine ended low.
But you had more.
Right, because I didn't get a good boil. Yours ended high, but you had less. And I'm guessing that with the smaller batches that we're doing, that boil-off rate is just nuts compared to, like, it affects it way more than, like, a 5-gallon, 10-gallon batch.
Well, yeah. I do think because there's 128 ounces in a gallon, right? And I get 4 of these.
Okay. And I got 5.
So that's 100 ounces.
Yeah.
So I should get 5 like you. But what I do is I take 2 of these coasters, I put it underneath, I fill up the 4th one, and then I just dump the rest. So I'm pretty sure I do get the 1.25 gallons going into the Mr. Beer. So I would say I'm almost dead on.
I'm probably a little...
You're probably a little higher. Yeah. So that would bring the ABV down. Now, the Amarillo version of this came in at 7.5. So pretty much all my numbers were the same.
Except the last.
Except for the ABV. Now, this, we decided 10 days in fermenter and then bottle, where my Amarillo did set 14 days.
Okay.
But...
yeah, not bad. The same thing. I think you might have bottled yours a day sooner than mine.
Right.
So carbonation levels should pretty much be the same.
Yeah.
Maybe?
I would think. Definitely clearer.
Yes. Way clear. This is what I was expecting, actually, with the other one, but I'll take it.
Oh.
That's all right.
Yeasty boys.
It's all right. Can't taste it.
Head's gone again, and I don't know if it's from the tablets or if it's just because we're using a malt that doesn't have a high head retention rate, like a carafoam or wheat or something like that, so we aren't getting them. Color?
You can tell there's carbs, like carbonation on there, though.
Yeah.
I'm going to go off yours because
Mine's got bubbles and floaties, and it's
still got a little orangish hue to it, not as much as...
It's definitely clearer, but yeast, protein, and tons of bubbles. Dirty Glass Mafia.
Yeah, I'm just curious, like, I wonder how much the fermenter has to do with how clear or unclear it is.
You would think they would all act the same.
Yeah, but where that spigot is and where you're pulling off, like, you know, when you have that big fermenter, you have a lot more room of clear beer.
Right, instead of just pointing almost straight down.
You've got, like, no room to work with in that.
Also, if you're kegging, most of the time...
settle out.
Yeah, it's going to fall to the bottom, and usually the first 16 ounces, 22 ounces, I'm pouring off anyway. Okay, what do we get for a smell? Ooh, about the same.
Yeah.
I would say it's toned down. It's not as juicy, fruity as yours was. Not as sweet.
But didn't you flip-flop a couple numbers? So maybe that's why?
No.
Okay, you had them the same?
Yes. Okay. I went 0.39, 0.29, 0.32.
Okay.
So, yeah, we're good. Yeah, not
as...
I would say Marisada is going to kill this one.
We'll see.
Yeah, like that juicy
strong.
fruit is like way down.
You can smell it.
Right.
It's there. It's just kind of muffled.
And I don't know if we're saying that because we just had the Marisada one.
Maybe.
Or what. But yeah, it's there, but yeah, it's very toned down. Taste?
Huh.
Over alcoholed? That's weird.
That's not... Well, I mean, you did have pretty high ABV.
I don't... What?
It's not bad.
What? It's almost like burning. Like it's over alcohol-y.
Which is weird to me because you had... So if you hit your numbers, like if you hit your OG, but even your pre-boil. Didn't you hit your pre-boil too?
Pre-boil, Beersmith wanted 1040. I got 1034.
Okay, so you
I
were
was
a little
lower.
light.
Yeah.
What was your...
Final gravity, or post-gravity, Beersmith wanted 1058. I was at 1063.
Okay, so, but not that
Yeah,
much.
yeah, it's...
Huh.
What the heck?
I know you didn't ferment warm because this basement's cold as hell.
No, they sit right there. That's weird. There is kind of a toasted bread, but it's like yeast.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I think what it is we have... so Rahr is a cleaner malt. You know what I mean? Like flavor-wise.
Right.
So maybe because of that, we're getting more of the fallout.
Vegetal.
Yeah. The yeasty kind of flavor from... I'm kind of curious. I hate to say this. I'm kind of curious to see what happens with your batch that you're making in the other one. The other small fermenter.
Yeah. Well, but the Amarillo was good. We're going to do a 1 month review on that. Mm. That one was good.
Yeah.
And the only difference, Citra to Amarillo.
Yeah.
And a higher ABV in that. This was only 7.14. And that was 7.5.
Huh. It's not bad. I mean, I don't drink it. But I'm not picky.
Is it bitterness?
It might be.
Like, I don't know, bitter, yeasty in back?
It shouldn't be yeasty, though.
I know. 10 days on yeast.
And 05 doesn't have a strong kind of flavor to it.
I don't know. And I don't... Again, we did the Marisada or Citra before this one. I mean, it does have the same qualities. Like, almost that juicy fruit, but it's very toned down, just like the smell. But there's like a yeast, maybe alcohol. Mm-hmm. That's weird.
Yeah, and with Rahr, you're not going to hide any of that.
Mm-mm.
So if it's high in alcohol, you're going to taste it. Like at least with Marisada, it's got that breadiness to it a little bit.
Right.
So you can at least hide some imperfections. Where this is where I can't believe I'm going to say this. This is where Bud Light, Miller Lite, all those guys make their bread and butter. Because they can make a very light tasting beer without the off flavors.
Right.
And so...
But lagering is hard, though.
Yes.
If it's not you're going to get flavors.
Yes, you will. And I've had some.
Yeah, I wouldn't say this is bad. I'm probably coming off like, holy crap, what the hell?
You're a worst critic of your own stuff. It's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad. It does have those characteristics. So I would say that juicy fruit, there's no way I could pick out mango in this one. Like I could probably the other one. But yeah, it's more lighter, like it's not balanced.
Yeah. And that's where I think the Marisada...
Right, because you're gonna get more of that sweeter malt.
With that tropical,
right.
Which you would expect, sweet flavors.
But then why don't they use 100% Marisada to make a New England IPA?
Gosh, baby.
But yeah, definitely good. I mean, I would probably score this 3.25 out of 5 just because I had the Maris Otter one, and this isn't even close. But again, this is to see what tastes and smells you pick up out of this. And if you're new to this, I would go back and watch the Amarillo one because we picked up more toasted bread.
Yeah.
And it's the same friggin' malt.
Yeah, and that's...
And I don't pick it up in this
on the
one.
malts at all. I don't think Citra pairs well. And which is surprising to me because it should be a lighter flavor malt to bring forward more of the hop flavor.
Right. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and
Can always brew it again.
Well, and again, if you're new, we want to almost step up. One of them will be like a New England IPA where we'll do like Amarillo, Citra, Mosaic. And then we'll do like Amarillo, Galaxy, Mosaic. And just see what we like. But right now, at least for the Rahr 2-row version, I would leave Citra out.
Yeah. And then you got to watch this fall, too, because after we grow our hops, we'll probably do SMaSH beers with those and then compare.
Right, and see what we get.
As well. And because they're all different from...
Right, because with that, we can do a wet hop version.
And a dry, yeah.
And we can do a dry, but then we can do a dry versus the pellet.
Oh, true, yeah.
So... get ready. As we said at the very beginning,
get ready.
You could have years.
She better get ready. Somebody's going to be brewing a lot.
Yeah. Well, we have to drink because right now I'm out of these bottles.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah. Oh, also, before I forget. So we've been using the carbonation drops. So I've used all my bottles on the beer. Okay? And I've used all my carbonation tablets in the beers I made. So the 3 I've made, I've used them all. There's one left in the packet.
It's like buying hot dogs. The buns and the dogs never
they don't match up.
I'm like, why do we have so many?
So either in one of the bottles it's carb less.
Or they just don't add up.
Or they do it by weight and just... some are a little bigger than the others, so it doesn't compare. So if you are going to buy the Mr. Beer carbonation tablets, I would get 2 packs just in case you get down to that last one. But we'll also go over that in a product preview once we get there. But yeah, that was what I was going to say. I've got 1 left.
We'll see if that happens to me.
Yeah.
So.
Cool. So if you like this video, thumbs up. If you don't, thumbs down. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you know when new videos are coming out. And until next time, I'm Brad.
I'm Steve.
Happy brewing.
See you next time.